Welcome back to Soulful Energies, your channel for self-awareness, energy healing, and emotional clarity. Today, we're diving into a topic that too many people struggle with silently: feeling stuck in a toxic relationship without even realizing it. Toxicity doesn't always show up with yelling, insults, or obvious fights. Sometimes it's the small, quiet patterns that drain your energy day after day. By the end of this video, you'll have clarity on 5 subtle signs to watch out for. Signs that helped me personally identify when relationships were harming me more than helping me. Let's start with what I personally call the emotional hangover. Have you ever left a simple conversation, not a fight, not an argument, just an everyday chat, and felt completely drained after? That's the first subtle sign. Toxic relationships don't always explode. They quietly suck the life out of you. I used to blame myself. Maybe I'm just tired. But after repeating this pattern over and over, I realized certain people left me energetically depleted, even after short calls or messages. Healthy people recharge you or at least leave you feeling neutral. If your body consistently feels heavy after seeing or talking to someone, that's your nervous system waving a red flag. Sign 2 is one I ignored for too long, constantly walking on eggshells. You monitor every word, your tone, your reactions. You don't speak your mind fully. You avoid sharing your honest feelings because you're afraid of their reaction. I remember dreading to send certain texts, rereading them 3, 4, 5 times, thinking, how will they react? Will this annoy them? This is not normal. Healthy relationships are built on open expression, where you feel safe to be yourself, even when you disagree. In toxic dynamics, you shrink and censor yourself just to avoid another emotional landmine. If you catch yourself saying, better to stay quiet, more often than not, pay attention. You deserve to exist without fear of constant judgment. Sign number 3 hits deeply. You are always the one to blame. No matter what happens, it's always your fault. They twist every scenario, and suddenly you're apologizing for things that weren't even your responsibility. It starts small, missing a call, being too sensitive, and before you know it, you're walking around with guilt for simply existing. This manipulation technique is called gaslighting, and it erodes your confidence without you noticing. Healthy people take accountability. Toxic people redirect blame so you question your reality. I remember thinking, maybe I'm just too emotional, but the truth was, I was being made to carry the weight of someone else's immaturity. Number 4. Your feelings and needs are constantly dismissed. You express happiness, they downplay it. You express sadness, they mock you. You try to open up about your struggles and suddenly the conversation becomes all about them. Or worse, they accuse you of being dramatic. Over time, this makes you feel like your emotions don't matter. You go quiet. You stop sharing. You bottle everything inside. I realized I felt lonelier around that person than I did when I was actually alone. Healthy connections celebrate your highs and support you in your lows. Toxic connections invalidate you at every turn, making you feel invisible. And finally, the 5th and perhaps most painful sign: you don't recognize yourself anymore. You gave up your hobbies. You distanced yourself from friends because they were jealous or too negative, as you were told. You altered how you talk, how you dress, what you enjoy. One day, you wake up realizing you've built your entire life around avoiding conflict with one person. Your vibrant, joyful, creative self slowly disappeared. This is one of the clearest signs of emotional manipulation. Your identity is being edited by someone else. And I want to remind you, the real you is still in there. You can reconnect with them. So let's summarize these 5 subtle signs. You constantly feel drained after talking to them. You censor yourself to avoid their reactions. You're always made to feel guilty. Your feelings are invalidated or ignored. You've lost touch with who you are. If any of these resonated with you, I want you to know you're not being dramatic. You're noticing something real. Awareness is the first and the most powerful step to healing. You deserve relationships where you are heard, seen, and valued. If this video opened your eyes, leave a comment. You don't have to share details, but even writing, "I feel this," can be healing. Like the video to support your own healing journey. Subscribe to Soulful Energies, and remember, choosing yourself is never selfish. Your peace is priceless. Take care of it.